Okay, good evening, everyone. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2026, and today is the official first day of spring. So happy Friday, TGIF, and happy spring. And we are turning the page from winter to summer. Have a look at some of these temperatures across the region. We are very warm. Today has been a very warm day out there. We just keep eclipsing numbers. We were only projected, 75 today, and we hit almost 80 in Sioux Falls. We're at 79 right now in Sioux Falls at the 6 o'clock hour. We're at 66 up in Aberdeen, so it's a little bit cooler up to the north, but overall, most of us are in the 70s and 80s. 82 right now in Mitchell and Chamberlain, 79 in Pierre. Going out west, 84 degrees out in Rapid City. These are some incredibly impressive numbers for middle of March. We should be in the 40s, and we are in the 80s. So we are really maxing out on these numbers. Now down in Nebraska, it's even warmer. We're at 86 in North Platte, 84 in Valentine, 82 in O'Neill, 88 in Grand Island and Lincoln, 84 in Omaha. Into Iowa, a little bit cooler, but still really warm. 75 in Des Moines, 68 in Fort Dodge, 61 in Mason City, 70 in Cedar Rapids, 70 in Spencer. And then into Minnesota, we're a little bit cooler. We're at 61 in Minneapolis, 61 as well in St. Cloud. We're at 54 in Rochester, 63 in Fairmont. We're at 77 right now in Laverne, 63 in Marshall. Overall, we are seeing an extremely warm weather pattern, and this is due to very warm, hot air in the desert southwest that is pushing up into our region, and as a result, we are maxing out on temperatures. And if you think this is warm, get ready for tomorrow. We are talking 80s and even 90-degree weather for tomorrow. How about that for March? That is more typical for a summer forecast, June and July weather, and we're going to be seeing that here in March. So we're going straight from winter to summer to kick off official spring. Now, as a result of these really warm temperatures that we're seeing today and tomorrow, unfortunately, it does come with a cost. Have a look at your map here. The areas in pink, this is where we have red flag warnings that are in effect. You can see it includes Rapid City, western South Dakota, the Black Hills area, and then it also goes into southern South Dakota to include Winter, over towards Yankton and Sioux City, and then it includes all of Nebraska. So as you can see, it covers North Platte, Valentine, O'Neill, Grand Island, Lincoln, Omaha, all included in this red flag warning. It even extends into far western Iowa. And this is in place for today and tomorrow due to the fire danger concerns. Any fire that develops will catch and spread quickly. Outdoor burning is not recommended. This is again for today and tomorrow, and this is because of low humidity, dry ground, very warm temperatures, and also wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour, mainly for tomorrow. So again, that is the cost of this really nice hot weather pattern that we're seeing. And we've already seen a lot of fires out in the Black Hills and also in Nebraska. So unfortunately, that is going to continue, it looks like, with more fire danger concerns. So outdoor burning, again, not recommended. And we've already seen fires, unfortunately, take place across the Black Hills the past couple of weeks, and same thing with Nebraska. So hopefully after tomorrow, though, the fire danger starts to wane. All right, we're going to get back to our weather video in just a moment, but first, sponsorship opportunities out there. We are looking for sponsors, so if you are interested in partnering with T-Storm Chasers and becoming a sponsor with us, feel free to reach out to us on our Facebook page or any of our social platforms, as well as our email or phone number. And we're also launching our new weather call system that is available now. Highly recommend. Sign up. It's $15 for a whole year, and you get life-saving phone calls from us here at T-Storm Chasers. It is a GPS-based system, so any warnings that are issued in your area during severe weather events such as tornadoes, severe weather, and flood events, any warnings that are issued for your immediate area, you will receive a phone call within seconds from us at T-Storm Chasers, giving you guys life-saving information. If you're interested, sign up today. Go to the website at tscalert.org. Now let's get back to the video. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the temperature trends over the next several days. Again, today was a very nice day out there. We had temperatures widespread in the 60s, 70s, and even 80s. And look what happens tomorrow. We are looking at widespread 70s, 80s, and even 90s. Look at Rapid City, 93 for a high tomorrow. That is absolutely incredible for March. That is very unseasonable, and that is about, these temperatures are about 40 degrees above average for this time of the year. Again, we should be in the 40s. We should be in the upper 40s to around 50, and we're going to be in the 90s. So we are looking at an extremely warm day, 86 tomorrow in Sioux Falls. We're looking at 88 in Sioux City. Look at North Platte, Nebraska, 97 degrees. My goodness, for mid to late March. That is absolutely incredible. But we are going to come back down to reality starting on Sunday. We are going to crash back down into the 40s and 50s for your day on Sunday. And then Monday, we are going to start to warm back up, at least out west. We're talking 60s to low 70s on Monday out west, Rapid City and Pierre and western Nebraska. Sioux Falls will be in the mid-50s, it looks like, on Monday, which is slightly above average for this time of the year. It's about where we should be. And then on Tuesday, looks like we're going to slowly warm up a little bit. Sioux Falls looks to hit 60 perhaps on Tuesday. 50s and 60s widespread across the region. And then on Wednesday, we'll warm back up again. Have a look at this. We are seeing 60s in the east, 66 for Sioux Falls, 62 for Aberdeen, 71 in Pierre, 83 degrees out in Rapid City. So we're going to warm back up out in Rapid and western South Dakota into western Nebraska. Look at some of these numbers in Nebraska. The panhandle of Nebraska next Wednesday could hit the 90s once again. So it does look like, again, we're dealing with the temperature roller coaster that will continue into next week. And then by Thursday, it looks like we're going to cool back down again into the 40s and 50s across the area. Now down into Nebraska and Iowa, south of Sioux Falls, we're seeing a little bit warmer weather down there. But then as we head into Friday, look what happens Friday of next week. This is a week out from today. We're talking 40s and 50s across the area. So we are going to see, again, more temperature swings as we head into next week. So, again, we're going to be hot the next day or two. And then starting on Sunday into Monday, we're going to cool back down. And then Tuesday into Wednesday, we're going to warm back up. And then Thursday and Friday of next week, we're going to cool back down. So, that is more typical for March, though, to see more temperature swings and up and down, the ups and downs, if you will. Is more typical for March. But getting into the 80s and 90s, that's not typical. That is very rare. We are setting all-time records. We already set records today, and we're going to set more all-time records tomorrow as well. Okay, so let's take a look at the latest model run using our Pivotal Weather system, and this is the European model, and this is our future radar outlook. Let's take a look here. Starting tomorrow, again, we are seeing a dry weather day again tomorrow. It's just going to be plain hot out there. We're, again, seeing 80s and 90s widespread. But we do see Sunday morning, Saturday night into Sunday morning, looks like we could see some precip across South Dakota into Minnesota. Looks like some light rain possible there. And then that would clear out by Sunday morning. Sioux Falls, probably not seeing anything. It's mainly going to be north of Sioux Falls. It looks like Rapid City to Pierre, and then over towards Aberdeen, and then into Minnesota. That's kind of what we're looking at. And then Sunday looks like a dry day. High pressure builds over our region. And then on Monday, there could be a few sprinkles across central South Dakota into central Nebraska. That is certainly on the table, but overall, very light stuff if that plays out. And then on Tuesday, a dry day out there. We're not seeing anything. Now, if we head into Wednesday, we could see some snow up north into northern Minnesota, northern North Dakota. Now, there could be some sprinkles in eastern Nebraska, western Iowa, maybe even eastern South Dakota Wednesday morning. But then that would be the end of that. And then we watch Wednesday night into Thursday. There could be, this looks to be our next legitimate shot at precip for our region. That would be, again, Wednesday night into Thursday morning here across South Dakota into northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. And so that would be kind of the next real shot of any kind of precip. After that, maybe by Sunday the 29th, there could be a system perhaps, but Still too early, too far out to decipher anything there. But overall, it does look like through the end of March, everything that we've seen behind the scenes, it does look like we are going to be seeing a dry and warm weather pattern. Again, a dry period of weather through the end of March. So let's wrap it up with your 10-day forecast for the Sioux Falls area. 80s today and tomorrow, a very warm forecast. Get out and enjoy the nice weather if you like the warmer, hot weather. And then we're going to cool back down Sunday and Monday into the low 50s, and then we're going to warm back up Tuesday and Wednesday, upper 50s and 60s, and then we're cooling back down again by the end of next week, back into the 40s and 50s. And again, we're not seeing any major systems. We're not really seeing much in the way of moisture. For the Aberdeen area, we're seeing 70s today and tomorrow, a very nice forecast for Aberdeen. Get out and enjoy the nice weather. We're going to cool back down on Sunday into the mid-40s and then 50s Monday through Wednesday, and then we'll cool back down Thursday and Friday back into the low 40s, and then maybe by the end of that 10-day following weekend, we might warm back up again. And we're not seeing anything for moisture as of right now for Aberdeen. For the Pierre area, we're looking at a really warm day tomorrow, low 80s, and then cooling down on Sunday into the low 50s, and then we're going to warm it back up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 60s to low 70s, and then we're cooling back down Thursday and Friday of next week into the low 50s, and then maybe by the end of that 10-day, might warm back up into the 60s again. And again, we're not seeing a whole lot of moisture for Pierre either. And then for the Rapid City area, very warm forecast today and tomorrow, 80s, and then cooling down on Sunday, down in the mid-50s, and then 60s Monday and Tuesday, and then mid-70s on Wednesday, and then cooling back down again Thursday and Friday, back down into the 50s, and then maybe warming back up again. So again, we are looking at the temperature roller coaster that continues across our region for everyone, and we're not seeing a whole lot of moisture in this forecast either. Also, you can become a sponsor here today as well. You can see that on the bottom of the screen. We're looking for sponsors to run on these 10-day forecasts. So if you're interested in that, reach out to us. But that is going to be it for this video. Make sure and smash that like button. If you enjoyed, drop a comment down below. We want to hear from you guys. Also, subscribe to us on YouTube and ring those notification bells so you don't miss any of our future videos. And also check us out on Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok so you don't miss any of our content over there. And with that, have a great weekend out there, everyone. I'll be back on Monday, and enjoy the nice weather that we're seeing, and we'll see you in the next video.